Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the South Florida Gospel News Radio. We're going to do a little bit of talk radio inside the South Florida Gospel News Radio studio. And I wanted to share a couple of things with you guys that happened recently. We're just going to talk today. So bear with me as I get myself together. As I said before, we are the award winning South Florida Gospel News. And I am glad to say that the South Florida Gospel News was voted the Tampa Bay Gospel Awards 2023 Media Publishing of the Year. Woohoo! Woohoo! So thank you, everyone who voted for us. Everyone who likes and shares on our South Florida Gospel News pages on Facebook and the X, also known as Twitter. Thank you all so much. I would like for you to follow me on Instagram. Uh, my Instagram is at Deborah Hall. Make sure you spell it right. There's no O in my name. And then on X, also known formerly as Twitter, follow the South Florida Gospel News at Gospel FL. In this video and all of the other videos that have been made of the South Florida Gospel News Radio Studio is available on YouTube under my YouTube page. And it is at Deborah Hall 4816. I was going to do a South Florida Gospel News YouTube, but I was like, we're going to stick with mine and put them all on there. So go to my YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would appreciate that. Now let's really get into some things. I wanted to let you all know that the fall issue of the South Florida Gospel News is out now. It is a digital magazine, and the voice, Mr. Michael Lee, is on the cover of the South Florida Gospel News, and we are still celebrating 20 years in gospel music. South Florida Gospel News began in 2003 as a email blast and then a newsletter. And then we've been doing print and digital magazine for the past 20 years. If you'd like a copy, you can contact me on Facebook or Instagram, whatever. Just send me a message and I'll get it. Alrighty. And so if you'd like to scan my QR code, there it is to follow me on Instagram. Oh, I thought it was on there just a moment. There we go. There's my QR code. That will take you right to Instagram. So you can pause this video and scan with your phone and follow me on Instagram. I appreciate all of your support. And as a matter of fact, the South Florida Gospel News has 3 awards. We have a South Florida Gospel Music Award, and we have 2 Tampa Bay Gospel Awards for being the best media and publishing 2021 and 2023. All right, so moving right along, I have just a couple of things to talk to you guys about. And we're not going to be long, we're going to be very brief. So, there is a gospel play that's coming to town, and it's called I Almost Gave Up. And this is brought to you by Chi Chi Ma Productions. So get your tickets um, at chichimaproductions.com. You see the web address on the bottom of the flyer. The tickets are on sale now, and this is going to be at the Pompano Beach Cultural Center, and this is Saturday, November 4th. So they have 2 shows. They have a show at 2 o'clock for the matinee, and they have an evening show at 6:30 p.m. I will be attending the 6:30 p.m. show. That's November 4th. That's a Saturday at the Pompano Beach Cultural Center. Get your tickets at Chi Chi Ma. ChichyMomProductions.com. Chris, you want to say hey to everybody? Chris, open the door. You can talk. They won't see you, but you can talk. I didn't turn the camera on because actually I'm in the studio and I'm in my pajamas. So y'all not got to see me in my pajamas. Come on, Chris. Here's Chris. What do you want to say? Speak around the mic.
Hello, audience. Thank you for tuning in to South Florida Gospel News. And I'm just finna get ready to watch football.
Thank you. That's our in studio guest for tonight. That was Mr. Christopher McCullen, aka my husband. So it is Monday, and he's watching football. And I am in the studio. He just stopped by to say hey. All right, so again, let me tell you about the gospel play. Make sure you guys let's sell out this thing because it's been so long since we actually been able to go out and watch a play or go to the movies, without COVID shut down a lot of those things in 2020. It's 2023. I would say 2020 and 2021. There were a lot of things that we weren't able to do because of COVID. And so we're just getting back to where we can feel comfortable, going out to a movie, going to a place. So let's support this gospel play. It has a great lineup of actors in the play, and I'm looking forward to having a great time. So Saturday, November 4th, all roads lead to the Pompano Beach Cultural Center, and that's 50 West Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano. Get your tickets at chichimoproductions.com. General admission tickets are $30 for the matinee, $40 for VIP matinee. And then if you want to get the VIP for the 6:30 show, it's $50 for the VIP. General admission is $40. You can buy your tickets online to save $5. Now, if you get your tickets at the door, if there are some left, all tickets cost an additional $5 at the door. So make sure we fill up the seats for I Almost Gave Up. It's a live band and original music, and I am looking forward to it. All right. So let's move on. Okay, so over the weekend, I went to the Tampa Bay Gospel Awards in Tampa, Florida, of course, and I took one of my favorite people with me for the weekend. So I wanted really to go on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but I had to work the job, the man's job. So I left work and then I had my bags packed in my car already, and I got on the road to go pick up this special person to take them with me. And no, it was not Chris to just get out and have some fun and celebrate being nominated for a Tampa Bay Gospel Awards. Sorry about that. And I was so happy to be for South Florida Gospel News rather to be nominated. And I want to thank everybody who has put in work over the years to make this successful. And so what we did was we just made a weekend of it. We stayed at a nice hotel while we were over in Tampa. And it was a unique experience. I've been to Tampa, but I've never stayed over. I've like gone for the day and left. And that was so long ago. But this weekend, my special friend was with me, and that is none other than the Miss Mary Hall, my mom. So the first stop we made was we found the Hard Rock. Okay, we went in there to have some fun. We are not hard gamblers. And we went in there and got on the little slot machines and lost some money right quick. And their machines don't pay enough. So we gave up on that after about an hour. We walked around. Uh, we tolerated the cigarette smoke, pulled on the little slot machines for a couple of minutes, took some pictures. Some pictures. Now she didn't know I took these pictures, and she doesn't know I'm talking about her right now. She's probably at home asleep right now, but she didn't know I took these pictures. She was paying attention to pulling that lever on that machine, and so we did. I took her picture. Oh, I forgot to upload her picture by herself. But we took this picture together while we were there. We were having so much fun. And then we were trying to find something to eat and, long lines and all of that stuff at the Hard Rock. We was like, hey, let's just ride around and find somewhere to eat. So let me tell you something, Tampa. Well, let me tell you about me. Then I'll tell you about Tampa food places. So I use the GPS suggestions for food places, and I put in restaurants and They showed me the address of the restaurants around me that we could eat at that were close enough. There was a Popeye's chicken. There was a Waffle House. And I looked at the parking lot and, with me, when I'm spending my money, I like for places where I eat to be clean. And it was a big no to the Waffle House. And I can't remember the name of the street it's on, but it wasn't far from the Hard Rock. Was it Hillsborough Boulevard? I think it was Hillsborough Boulevard. I don't know. Anyway, and then there was the Popeyes chicken, and I was like, Lord, I know I could take my mama somewhere better than Popeyes chicken. We got to do better than this. And so there was a place called Big Mama's Barbecue, which is actually where the Waffle House was. I think it used to be Big Mama's, but now it's changed to Waffle House. But anyway, that was still a no. So then it suggested a Denny's restaurant. Okay, Denny's is all over the USA. But this particular Denny's, the outside sign was faded. The parking lot was broken and filthy. There was some guy sitting by the door where you go in and go out. So that was a strong no for me. And I said, they can't even keep out the outside. I know I'm not going in there to eat. No, thank you. Sorry, Tampa. Your selection of food places where we were located, strong no's all the way around. Um, so anyway, I put in something into the GPS again. I said it's got to be something better than this, and so it directed us to this place. So we ended up at uh, Big John's Alabama Barbecue, and so um, when we got there, I noticed the parking lot was clean. We found a parking space. We went in, and it smelled good in there. It smelled like barbecue, not overpowering barbecue. But before we got in, I saw a wood pile outside. I said, "Oh boy, they're using real wood. I got to go in here and see what this food is like." And let me tell you, so I ordered two rib sandwiches, a side of baked beans, and a side of coleslaw, and a piece of red velvet cake, and two fountain drinks. So their rib sandwiches come like this. They come in a paper bag wrapped in paper with a toothpick stuck in it. So once you unravel it, let me show you the rib sandwich. And they cut the ribs long. That's called long bone. They don't chop it up like some of the places here. They cut it long, and you don't have to ask for it cut long. And I asked for center cut pieces. I learned that by working at a rib place. Ask for center cut, and you get the long bones. Get more meat. So this is how it comes between two pieces of bread. Well, I think they give you four pieces. I think I had already ate one before I took the picture. I just dove right in. And show you my baked beans. Oh my goodness, the beans were so good. And then this is the picture of the red velvet cake. So I do have a little bit of video from Big John's barbecue. So let me show you that. Just 1 second here. All right, so they had a variety of cakes available. So this is the red velvet cake. Want to taste it? Mm-hmm. It's very soft and moist, not too sweet. It's homemade. Yeah, homemade red velvet cake, very good. Not too sweet. Yeah, not too sweet. The frosting is good. It's not look. It is not old cake. It's fresh cake. It hasn't been frozen. All right, so yeah, that cake was off the chain. I'm talking about real good. And the customer service was on point. It was excellent. And it was served without the attitude, no snatching of my money or card or anything. Matter of fact, they had the machine where you could just put your card on it and pay automatically. They give you your receipt, and then you wait for them to call your receipt number, And then they have a pickup line. I mean, an order line on one side of the counter, pickup line on the other side, and they move real fast. So the banging that you heard in the background while the video was going, that was them chopping ribs. So behind the cashier and where they're fixing the plates, they actually have a really big pit right there where you can see them turn the ribs. They have sausages and chicken and uh I think they have beef brisket. I went for what I know, which is the ribs. And the ribs were so good. I didn't need sauce with mine. Now I'm talking about those ribs were the best ribs I've ever had in a restaurant. And I have to be honest and say that because y'all know I used to work for McCrae's, but those ribs were really good. I like the way they were cut. Now, if you took those ribs and put that McCrae's twist sauce with it, oh my goodness. But they have their own version of what they call the Alabama sauce. You can get a mild or sweet. And it just to me, it tasted like like a hot sauce like you put on your fish. It has that vinegary taste, but no heat. That's what the sauce tasted like to me. I could have used I could have used some McCrae's twist sauce, but I like my ribs without sauce when they're really good. And those were really, really good. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to adjust my microphone. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, those ribs are really good. All right, so moving right along, I'm going to give you all the address to Big John's Eatery. I did have more video, but I got tired of uploading stuff. If you go to my Facebook page, you can see all of the video from Big John's Alabama Barbecue. Did I say Big John's Eatery? Sorry. Big John's Eatery is in West Palm, but this is Big John's Alabama Barbecue. And their address is 5707 North 40th Street, Tampa, Florida 33610. And they do have a web address called BigJohn'sAlabamaBBQ.com. Customer service was excellent. All of their food was fresh off the grill. It was piping hot when we got it. The customer service was excellent. Did I say that? It was easy to order, easy to pick up. They have a big giant menu on the screen, and on that screen you can see them chopping ribs and turning sausages and whatnot. So if you go on my Facebook page, you'll be able to see those videos. So after we left Big John's Eatery, it was time to go get ready for the Tampa Bay Gospel Awards. So we went back to the hotel. We got changed, and we went to the most beautiful church there. I can't remember the church, and I should have um put the flyer on, but I have one more picture from Big John. Sorry, y'all, I'm all over the place. I didn't put this one in the right order, but yeah, that's the sign outside when you're turning into Big John's Alabama BBQ. That's it right now. You'll see that, and then across the street, it's like some kind of meat house or something like that. But that's Big John's Barbecue. All right, so we went to the Tampa Bay Gospel Awards, and they had a step and repeat banner, and I wanted this weekend to be about my mom and to see her smile and see her happy because most people know that my dad passed on August 28th. May his soul forever rest in peace. And boy, do we miss him every day. But I wanted to get her out, give her, be able to go out and have some fun. That's why we hit the casino. We found some good barbecue. And we went to the Tampa Bay Gospel Awards. And when I tell you it was a time, we loved it. So I'm going to run through a couple of pictures. So I let her do the step and repeat banner instead of me representing the South Florida Gospel News. That there she go. Isn't she beautiful? That's my mom, Miss Mary. So she took a couple of pictures for me in front of the step and repeat banner. Look at her looking all fly. Look at Miss Mary. There is a picture of me. My brother said I was getting my Deion Sanders on while I was in there with my sunglasses, but those are my glasses that I had on at the Gospel Awards. So I got a couple of videos that I'm going to show you very briefly that I took. Well, it was an amazing time. It's hard for me to describe how wonderful it was because that was my first time attending. This was the ninth annual. South Florida Gospel News was nominated for the first time in 2001. We got nominated in 2022, and the award when it went to Miss Kenya Wheeler with Keeping It Real in the Gospel. But this way, we were able to bring it to Palm Beach County again. She brought it to Palm Beach County, and we brought it to Palm Beach County. So it's been going to Palm Beach County for the past 3 years. So let me show you this quick video. We had a wonderful time there. The performing artists, they it's indescribable, and I hope that there is a video that's coming out or that we can purchase or watch on YouTube. I would love to share it so that you will really get to experience what it was like being at a concert that was also an award show, that was also service where we really got to worship God and through song. It was amazing. So I have a couple of short videos here for you. Just a moment. And sorry about that now. Probably had to turn your device volume down. Sorry about that for not forewarning you. But it was loud in there. And that was kind of towards the beginning of the program. The seats filled in pretty good. And it was a great turnout. It was wonderful. Here's another That group is a quartet group called the Tampa Bay Boys. And when I tell you they set the place on fire, man, what you talking about? They turned it out. They came all into the audience. The lead singer gave a wonderful testimony about his mom. I'm not going to tell y'all because y'all need to find them wherever they are. Make sure you get there. And if anybody is a promoter in Palm Beach County and you're looking for somebody to bring over this way, please, please bring the Tampa Bay Boys. I will be there. They were amazing. All right, so moving right along after most of the performers went and everything, they announced the category for media publishing of the year. I had my toes crossed and my little sandals and everything, although it meant nothing. Excuse me. I hope y'all didn't hear that. Excuse me. Um, Let me give some backstory on this voting process. So voting was earlier this year and it closed in June. It was like April to June or March to June. I can't remember. So before the voting closed, I was out of the country and you could vote online. I was in Greece for almost 3 weeks and I was on a cruise for part of my vacation while I was gone. And I was going to have everybody on that ship voting for the South Florida Gospel News. However, the website for voting was blocked. And I was like, man, because up until that time, I made sure to be telling people about vote for South Florida Gospel News. South Florida Gospel News is nominated. People were telling me they were voting. I was voting. And when I left and went to Greece and got on that ship, the website was blocked. So they let you have the basic internet and, you can't do any streaming or anything like that. And also while you're there, you're trying to access websites in the US. So it's a little bit different over there. But I wasn't able to vote. And I even sent Gerard a message. I was like, hey, is the website still up? Because I'm trying to get on there and have the people on this ship cast their votes for South Florida Gospel News. And he was like, well, yeah, it worked. A vote just came through for someone. And I was like, man. And then I figured out that the website was blocked. And I was like, man, I might not get it this year, but that's okay because I was so grateful just to be nominated, just to see someone, to have someone recognize my good works, and then have people to vote for me for South Florida Gospel News, rather. I appreciate the love. And then when he announced that category and said, and the winner is South Florida Gospel News, it probably sounded like 100 people was in there screaming, and it was just me and my mama. And what made me so happy was that she was happy, and I know she was proud of me. And I wish that I could have just picked up the phone and called my dad and say, "Hey, we won." Oh boy, I miss him so much. But I know in spirit he's in my heart, hers, all of us. And I miss him. And I definitely would have let him know, hey, we won. So let me show you the trophy that we won for Media Publishing of the Year. And again, if you'd like to take a look at the South Florida Gospel News, that's our trophy that we won. It looks small on here, but it's a lot bigger. It says Tampa Bay Gospel Awards, Media Publishing of the Year, presented to South Florida Gospel News. Well, all right now. And thank God, thank you, Lord, that we were able to bring that trophy home and our hard work has paid off. So anyway, after we left the Tampa Bay Gospel Awards early in the day, we said we were going to go back to the Hard Rock Casino. And you know what happened? We went back to that hotel room and went to bed. So the next morning, we got up when we ate breakfast at the hotel, and we decided to do a little bit of sightseeing of Tampa downtown. Now, what I didn't know, like a lot of people don't know about Palm Beach County, Tampa does not have a beach, just like West Palm Beach does not have a beach. Tampa has a port and a bay, but they don't have a beach. You have to go to St. Petersburg, which I wasn't gonna drive, although it wasn't that far. I didn't feel like going that way. And I knew I had to take my mom home. So we decided to do a little bit of sightseeing downtown Tampa. We rode by the cruise terminal. We saw the Paradise cruise ship. I think that's a is that a Carnival cruise? The Paradise, I believe, is Carnival cruise. We saw the Florida Aquarium. We didn't go in. We rode by there. We saw the public plaza. It's huge. And then we ended up at the Tampa Bay Convention Center where we parked and got out and did a little bit of sightseeing. And so I'm going to show some of those pictures and video from that. So, of course, I took pictures of the Queen, Miss Mary, because again, it wasn't about me, it was about her, and I wanted her to have a good time. So I took pictures of her uh, at at the Bay Area at the Tampa Bay Convention Center. So that's my mom, y'all. She pretty, and also they have it decorated for fall and Halloween. So I'm going to show a couple of videos that I took. So this is the Tampa Convention Center, and they are full-fledged Halloween. Look at this. Oh, this hair is moving. Oh, it's got the wings and whatnot. Okay, Tampa. That was moving as well. And squeaking. Oh, look. Well, they're decorated all the way around. Yeah, so they did decorate all the way around that restaurant there. So they have the outside seating for restaurants. They have places to eat there, etc., etc. And I have another video, and I'm going to show you some. Well, actually, let me run through these pictures right quick to show you some of the scary things that they have out there where they decorated for Halloween. It's all in fun. If you got kids and some of y'all, well, we don't celebrate Halloween. We don't celebrate it either, but it was there and this is not necessarily for children. I'll say that. Like this skeleton is like 30 feet tall and it was missing part of its arm. My mom said maybe it was a pirate. And, just a couple of pictures of the outside where you can rent scooters and bicycles there. It's just a nice, fun area. We saw a lot of people jogging and whatnot. They even had some of their um, Halloween decorations on top of the one of the restaurants there. What it looked like a bat or something. I think I showed this one. Let me double check. Yeah, I showed that one. Okay, I have one more video from the Tampa Bay Convention Center. So this is the Bay Rocket boat. Say blast off here. Must be like a speed boat. I guess you better wear your raincoat on this thing. It says no food or beverages and absolutely no bananas. This is so cool. Now, there was no one attending the boat at the time. They had not opened yet because I want to say blast off here. It must be like a speed boat. I guess you better. While I'm running the board myself, should I fire me? Sorry about that. But anyway, there was no one in attendance at the speedboat, and I wanted to ask them so bad, why do you have no bananas on your sign where it says no food and beverage? Why specifically are you saying no bananas? Does anybody know? If you do, please let me know in the comments down there. I need to find out why. And let me just say a couple of things about the Tampa Bay Gospel Awards. Shout out to Gerard Holmes and his team for putting together a first class A plus event, from the hosts to the band to the gentleman announcing the nominees to the presenters. Every gospel artist that hit the stage was excellent. And to everyone that was involved, the church was beautiful, magnificent, like a cathedral. It's beautiful. And I am looking forward to the 10th Tampa Bay Gospel Awards. I hope we are nominated again. We're going to keep working and doing our assignment from the Lord that He has given to me to say, put this information out there. And I'm going to keep doing that. So I've been doing it for 20 years now. Um, I don't have a retirement date yet. So we're just gonna keep it going. And I'm also nominated for the Keep It Real in the Gospel Black History Awards for Radio Announcer of the Year. So this is a radio show. We're doing talk radio right now. This is the South Florida Gospel News Radio Show. All right. And I appreciate the nomination. I would appreciate your vote. And that's going to be February 2024. The information about that event is in the fall and summer issue of the South Florida Gospel News. If you want to read it, all you have to do is go to Google, put in South Florida Gospel News, and it's going to pull up the magazine. It might pull up the spring issue, which was one of the most popular ones. They had Bobby Jones on the cover. You can go ahead and click there. And then below there, when you open up the spring issue, you'll also see summer and fall. The summer issue has my nephew, Renard Matthews, on the cover, and the fall issue has the voice, Micah Lee. And I thank him for giving the okay to put him on the cover. And we also did a little small feature on him inside the magazine. We didn't do a lot of pages this time. I was trying to keep everything light. I had taken a little bit of time off, dealing with my dad's illness. I wasn't really in the mood to do anything much. And then after he passed, I promised him that I would continue. I promised him I would also finish my book, Riviera Beach Moments, that's going to be coming out October 31st, I believe is the date that it's supposed to come out. So let's look for that. I'll let you know when it comes out. And speaking of that book, if you would like to pre order the South Florida Gospel News, I'm sorry. I might have to hire somebody to help me run this thing. As I talk, they can click. Okay, so you can pre-order Riviera Beach Moments. That's my Riviera Beach history book that I've been working on. The last one. This is volume 4. I've been working on it since I think September. No, since like June of 2022. It was supposed to come out in September of 2022. Now, I've been working on this thing since 2021. It was supposed to come out September 2022, September 29th, as a matter of fact. And that was Riviera Beach's 100th birthday. But what had happened was, found out my dad was, he was diagnosed, and I'll say it because he said it publicly. He was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. So there was no opportunity for chemotherapy, radiation surgery, none of that, right? And so the doctor was like, well, that was about 6 months. This was September. This was, I think, the end of July of last year. So God gave my dad the grace. He gave all of us the grace where he lived over a year. His voice never faded. His health went down. He lost a lot of weight, but he was still able to do most things on his own. And when God got ready and when he was ready, he said, my work here is done. And he went on to be with the Lord. So we thank God for his life and legacy. So that is why there were a lot of things that I was working on I did not finish because I did not have my mind and my spirit was on my dad and my mom. And I didn't want to focus on anything else but them. And so now that he has made his transition, and I know he wanted me to go on and finish, and I promised him I would. So the last thing I'm going to do on my list of things that I had on my vision board and goal board for 2022 and 2023, the last thing is Riviera Beach Moments Volume 4, which comes out October 31st. That's the date. Unless it's pushed back, it shouldn't be. But October 31st, it should be ready. So if you want to pre-order, which some people have already pre-ordered, volume 4, there's 4 volumes. They're also available in the library. I'm going to also donate books to the library. You can cash out me. In the book is $15 now. It will be $20 when it comes out. Pre-order is 15. When it's released, it's 20, and it'll probably be 25 on Amazon. The books are sold on Amazon, but get it now while you can. Cash App, $ DEESIVAN, or send a Zelle to 561-983-1710. Now, those who are in the book, those who have an entry in the book receive a free book. But please pre-order so I have your name on the list so that when the book comes out, you'll get yours first. Okay. All right now. So let me go back to, let's talk about one thing I want to mention to audience members. And I'm not trying to offend nobody, but I just have to be honest. When you're in church or you're at a concert and you know your back, your BYKE, your BYKE is big like mine, or you know you are wilder than all outside. When people start singing and playing music, please don't stand up. Please just stay in your seat or what you could do is you could scoot over to the aisle because you know you're gonna need that extra space anyway. But you, if you big bike and wider than all last time, if you have those two things going on, please do not stand up when the music stops, because what happens is the people behind you cannot see, and so then the people behind you have to battle to look around you, or they have to stand up too. Me, I like to sit down when I'm at a concert. Unless it's song real good that's gonna make me stand up. But I usually don't because I got a big bike. BYKE. And I don't want people to have to struggle to see around me. So please, I'm not trying to offend, but keep that in mind because it was some big bikes that I couldn't see around. And I literally had to lean over to get some of my recordings. But if you go to my Facebook page, my Facebook is Deborah S. Hall. So you see how my first name is spelled with no O. If you go to Deborah S. Hall or Deborah Hall on Facebook, that's actually the South Florida Gospel News page is Facebook page. I have a Facebook page under my name, Deborah Hall. Then I have my personal page, Deborah S. Hall, where I do the most activity. And then I have South Florida Gospel News group page and a South Florida Gospel News business page. Did you want to come back, Chris? Come on. You can come in. I'm still recording, but you can come in. They can hear me. They can't hear you. My in studio guest is back. He came to get some water. Did you want to leave another message, Mr. McConnell?
Green Bay Packers is losing.
Sorry, I hope they win. Well, the Green Bay Packers are losing. It's watching Monday Night Football. It's football season, y'all. Sorry. What else I had to say? The Kirk Franklin concert came through Miami, and it was actually in Tampa doing during the Tampa Bay Gospel Awards. So I had a great weekend. I'm looking forward to a great week coming up. I'm looking forward to the gospel play again. And I'm also looking for some in studio guests. So if there's anything that you want to join me in the studio and talk about, if you have any announcements that you want me to make, if if um if you have any announcements you want me to make, let me know. You can email me. My email is scrolling on the bottom of the screen, dspawn@hotmail.com. Send me an email there. I'll be glad to make your announcement. I'm going to start doing in studio guests again. The winter issue of the South Florida Gospel News is coming in December, so that will cover December, January, February, and then we'll start again with March. All right. So I've been on here for 43 minutes. That's a long time. Me talking, telling you about my weekend trip and everything. I am supposed to be on Saturdays, live in the morning, but sometimes that doesn't work out. Today is Monday. Okay. I was busy and I was not here where I could record. I could do a mobile, but I like getting on the microphone and just talking to everyone. And again, I appreciate all of your support. Please go to the South Florida Gospel News digital magazine. If you go to my Facebook page or South Florida Gospel News or Twitter or Instagram, you'll find where I posted the link to the magazine, or you can just Google South Florida Gospel News and it will pop up. If you know some people from Tampa, let them know that I breezed through right quick. Please let Big John's Alabama Barbecue know that I gave them a shout out. I left them with a couple of prototypes of my magazine. They were just sample copies and they were, like a folder. So I left that just to let them know what I'm doing and why I was in town. I did message them on Facebook and I haven't heard anything back from them. So whoever's running the Big John's Alabama Barbecue social media page, check your messages. You will see a message from me, and you'll also see where I sent you a picture of the trophy that I won. I definitely want to give them a feature in the December issue of South Florida Gospel News. So if you know them, let them know that I came through there. I ate, me and my mom, we enjoyed the food. It was wonderful. And if you are in the Tampa area, I highly recommend Big John's Alabama Barbecue. Customer service was great. And then also they do tell you to, check your bags of foods, check your bag and food. It ain't no refund, it ain't no replacement. So make sure it's right before you leave. But our food was on point. It was excellent. We got everything we asked for. It was hot, it was fresh, and it was good. And I do plan on coming back again. And again, I want to thank Gerard Holmes and his staff with the Tampa Bay Gospel Awards for even nominating us. And also thank you to everyone, all of you, and God bless you to all of the nominees should be proud, whether you received a trophy or not. I was proud just to be, I'll say honored. I was honored just to be nominated, just to be thought about, that somebody sees my works. And thank you to everyone who voted South Florida Gospel News Media Publishing of the Year. And with that, I'm going to get on out of here because it's time for me to go to bed. And I will catch y'all sometime this weekend. So please like and share this video, rewind it, watch it again, and by all means, please tell a friend. I'll talk with y'all later. Okay, bye.